Alright, so this video is a continuation of my last video where we got data pulling from a database using Vue, Express, and MySQL. And I'm just going to start off at the end point of the last video. So I'm just going to start up Apache and MySQL and then run the front end and back end servers. This is node mon index.js for the back end. Front end. And this one is npm run serve. Actually, you could just control click here. And here we go. We have our data points from our database. We'll open up the files in VS Code. Now, from the last time, I kind of rethought a bit how to name functions and stuff. So I changed some of the names of the functions because later on this video, we're going to add all the rest of the CRUD. So this one is get, which is also read. So that's the R of CRUD. We're also going to add create, update, and delete. So I just found a better way to name these, and I've put them also into my GitHub page. Yeah, there's 3 files that were changed. There's models, MoodModel.js. There's controllers, mood.js. And there's routes.js. Just to make them more congruent. And I've put a link to this in the description. So all of this backend can get really confusing, and what it is it's all just making connections. So this first database that we made imports MySQL, exports something called DB. That gets imported to the model, import DB, and then exports this function here. We can call that function in the controller. So we're importing mGetMoods. That means model. I just put the M in there for the model so that we have getMoods both times, but it's just distinguished. You have to have 2 different names. So we're importing it here. Now we're exporting getMoods. And then this one exports to the routes. So import getMoods. And then we can call it here, getMoods. And then this part here, router.get/moods, gets used by the front end. So we've gone from the back end, the database, to the model, to the controller, to the route, and then the route moves it to the front end. It's called in any of the components at this point can access the data here to manipulate the data to do any of the CRUD functions through this router.get function that we've written here, or I don't know if that's called a function, but so let's see here. So it's a dot, we've used it earlier, it's a .get, and it's to /moods, and we have the corresponding route .get/moods. So that's the connection to the front end right there. And it's written a bit differently, but it connects to the same thing in the front end. So it says localhost here in this case. It's the .get and then the /moods, and then in the component you add this part here too. So let's get started adding the rest of the CRUD functionality. We'll start in the model, mood model. Just going to copy and paste it all over. So you'll see here, let's save that. We have, we're creating a function here called mCreateMood. So this is the new mood when we want to add a mood or add some data. This is the one we already had. So this is selecting all from the mood, which again, so this is our database MySQL DB. So it's mood. The table is called mood. So it's selecting everything from the mood table. Select star from mood. And then we have update mood. We're updating mood name. So this mood name corresponds to this column name here, mood name. And then we also have mood ID, which we'll use later. Right here, mood ID. So depending on what we need, but all these words here correspond to what's in the database. So this is the table, this is the column name, and we also have delete here. So this will delete where for the certain ID. So this is all the CRUD: create, read, update, delete. And then we'll go to the controller. Again, I'll just paste it all in. And we have, see, we're importing again from the model. We're exporting this function. This one is the create, read, update, delete. Then we'll go over to the routes. We're going to import these: create mood, get moods, update mood. These are all from the controller. Delete mood. And they're kind of not in the same color because they're not used yet. So we'll create some. So for the first one, the create is going to be a post method. So router.post to /moods, and we're going to use the function create mood. We already have the read, so now we'll do the update, and that's going to be a put method, router.put to /moods. And we're also going to do a specific ID, update mood, and you see as we use these functions, it turns a different color. And then the delete is router.delete to also to /moods. And that's going to be a certain ID because we're not going to delete everything. Delete mood. And that should be it for the router. Save that. Oh, I forgot to save this one. Okay, so we've got the backend set up for all of our CRUD. We'll go to the front end. We'll start by creating a new component called create mood. Insert a new mood here, insert new data. And first we'll start with the basic template. Okay, start with a line break. We'll have an input type equals text placeholder add new mood model equals mood. So connect it to the data. Why doesn't it like that? Okay. And then we'll add a button. Add click equals, we'll define this function after this. And we'll just put a plus sign as what it's showing. When you click that plus sign, it's going to fire this function that we'll create called create mood. And I'm just going to copy and paste over all of this stuff here. So first we're importing Axios to connect to the backend. And this is create mood, that's the component name. We're getting the data here, it's going to return the mood data. So this is the create mood function that we're referring to up here. When that goes, it's going to go to that post request to post the new mood. So this component's all done, but it's just floating in midair. It's not connected to anything yet. So we'll go to moods.view, and this one is, again, that's this one right here. So we're going to inject our input box right there. So in moods.view, we'll add our new component, create mood, and then we have to import it. We're going to put it right after our list of moods. Import create mood from @/component/ create mood.view. We also have to put it here, component create mood. We have to put a comma there or we'll get an error code. An error. And there we go. We have our new component there. So let's add a new mood. Silly. And then we have to refresh. It's not automatically refreshing yet. And there we go. Yay! We can create new data and add it with our interface here. Alright, so we have the first two elements of CRUD. We have create and read. Now we'll go on to update. So we'll create a new component. And this one, we're going to make it go to a new web page. So we'll put like an edit button. When you click on it, it'll take you to a new web page to edit. It'll just be another way of doing it. So first we'll create the component called update mood.view. We'll just put all the basic stuff in here. And I just put hi from update mood just to get it connecting. Save that. And since it's going to a new web page, we have to add a new route in our router. So we'll go import update mood from /component/ update mood.view. And we'll have to add another one here. Name update mood, path. And this one, the path, the index was just to the, the root. This one will go /update. This you can call anything, update mood, but it's just what's you're gonna have to type into the address bar to access it. And then ID. So we'll just call it update mood, and then it's whichever particular mood we're gonna update here. And then comma, and then component update mood. Save. Now we could have this one we imported it right like that using an arrow function. For this one, the second one, we used an import statement. It works either way. I don't know why there's two different ways, and I don't know why I used two different ways, but it just works both ways. So right now, if we open up this to an existing ID, then we should see hi from update mood.view. So let's go see. So /update mood/1. Hi from update mood. So we're connecting. It's all set up so far. Okay, so now we'll fill in update mood.view. Get rid of that. And I'll just copy and paste this over again. Okay, so when we go to the update mood URL, it's going to say change mood name. It's going to have an input box where you can type in the new mood name. And this view model is going to connect it to the data. And then there's going to be a button that says update, and when you click it, it's going to fire update mood. So we'll go and put the data and the function in there. And again, I'll just copy and paste it in. This is a lot of typing. So we're importing Axios to get the data. We're getting the data here. So first we have to get the mood by ID. And that's a get function to our moods URL in the backend. And then we've also created this update mood function. It's a put function. Also in the backend we created this route to /mood/the ID. And it's basically just going to take this new mood that you put in this input box and change the old mood to the new mood that you put in. So let's save that and let's see if it works. Okay, so it says change mood name. We're at 1, so it did say, I believe it said happy, so let's change it to happiness. Sure, update. There we go, we're updating. Let's try another one. Oh wait. Whoa, wait a second. I forgot to put in the edit function, so let's do that. We go to moods.view, and in this case, since we're linking to another page, we're going to use a router link. This link is going to show up as the word edit, and the router link is to the name is update mood, so that component, and it's going to take in the ID and send it over to the component. So let's see. Okay, so now we should get a word that says edit and a link to update mood.view. Let's see if that works. Uh-oh. I pasted into the wrong space, so it had to go within these span tags here. Span. Put that there. Okay. Okay, I do not know why it wasn't working. I just copied and pasted this over again, and now it seems to be working. So now we have this edit button. If we go to happiness edit, change mood name, we'll change it back to happy update. And it's happy. Alright, so we can edit silly to silliness. Update. Silliness. Alright. Uh-oh. Why are we getting a Axios error? Oh, okay. That's just an old error message. Alright. Okay. So we've got the first 3, create, read, update, and now we can finally do delete. So go back to moods.view. We don't want this line break here, so we want it right after that. And we'll put in our delete link. So it's going to be a at click equals delete mood mood.mood_id. We'll have the word delete. Save. We'll just see if it's showing up there now. Yep. Oh, I have an extra quotation in there. Save. Okay, so we have this delete here, but there's no hand, like edit has a hand because of the way it works. So we'll just add that hand in here. A cursor pointer. Save. Now when we hover over it, we also get the hand, so it looks like a link. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not going to work yet because we haven't put the code in yet. Let's put in that delete mood function so it stops yelling at us. And it goes right here. Match up these 2 purple squiggly brackets. Comma. Whoops. Comma. Sorry. So put in this delete mood function, and it's going to go to this route with that specific ID. And if it doesn't work, it's going to give us an error. So let's see if it works. Save that. I have to refresh. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can delete silliness. Oh, why? Sometimes you just want to pick up your computer and smash it. And you wonder why you're doing this, if you've taken the wrong path in life. And then you realize you have the squiggly bracket in the wrong spot. There, it's deleted.